So, so in the first reaction, the reactant is methane and oxygen, and product is CO and hydrogen. So ultimately, these four components are taking in that. That is why we have taken only these four components. Now, again, next part is to enter the stoichiometric coefficient. So as we know that for methane it is 1, for oxygen it is uh, half, right? Ultimately, since it is the raw material, so it will be -1 and minus 0.5, and for CO it is 1, and H2 hydrogen it is 2. So this we will enter. So for methane it is -1, for oxygen it is -0.5, for CO it is 1, for hydrogen it is 2. Again, it is not ready. See, since you have entered the accurate stoichiometric coefficient, that is why we are getting balance error as 0. If you have entered any stoichiometric coefficient wrongly, then it will be something else. Let's say by mistake, if we have entered instead of 1, let's say we have entered 2. Let's see what happens. See, balance error is something around 28%, because we have not entered correctly. So this is the basically the check that you can perform whether you have entered your all the stoichiometric coefficient correctly or not. Now the next part is your constant C0. Next part is constant C0 for conversion CU0 plus C1t plus C2t square. As I said in the beginning that these all are the parameters that if you know the values of the C0 constant, then C1 constant at that particular temperature, then C2 at that temperature. If you have all those information, then you can input all those things. Otherwise, whatever, as of now, we are having the only value of constant C0, that is 40. This I'm going to enter. There is one like a base component in our reaction. Methane is reacting with oxygen and generating the CO2, CO and hydrogen. So my base component is methane. Even though if you are targeting that your in the reaction terminology, you can say that my limiting reagent is methane. Even though if you have the limited supply of air and ample supply of the methane, then you can select oxygen as your limiting reagent and methane instead of methane. But here we are using oxygen from the ambient air, and we have the methane limited stock. So in our case, methane will be the limiting reagent. That is why we have chosen methane, not oxygen. So here, this way, we have defined the reaction. Now, since in the beginning we have seen that in the one reaction we are generating the CO by using methane and oxygen, and in the second reaction we are generating the CO2 along with hydrogen by using the methane and oxygen. So my first reaction state is defined. Now we will go now we will go to the I think by mistake I have closed the window. Now are you able to see the screen? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. 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 Now we will enter the second reaction for producing CO2. Again, go to the add reaction, then conversion, close it, go to the reaction, select component like methane, oxygen. After that, methane, oxygen, then CO2 and hydrogen. CO2 and hydrogen. For this reaction, we have stoichiometric coefficient as methane -1, oxygen -1, -1, -2. Okay. Methane -1, oxygen -1, CO2 1, then hydrogen 2. Here also we have the limiting reagent methane only, not oxygen. So by default we will be taking as the base component, that is limiting reagent as methane. And reaction phase, see here we are considering the overall reaction phase. We are not very specific that my reaction will be only vapor phase, my reaction will be only liquid phase or combined phase, anything. We are considering only the overall reaction phase. And in this case, my value of this constant C0 is, I think it is 60. Value of this constant is 60. Now it is defined. Since whatever the reactions available applicable for your case, you have entered all the reactions. Like other simulations, once you have define your component list and you have selected the fluid package, by default whatever fluid package you have selected, it will be attached to that component list, right? Here, apart from component list and fluid package, you have taken one more set, that is the reaction set. Then what you have to do is you have to attach the fluid package with your reaction. You have to attach the fluid package with your reaction, one thing. And second is, as you know that your reaction is oxidation type, so just for, even though if you will not do this, then also you will be able to perform the reactor simulation, but it's just for the practice, you can rename it as the oxidation reaction. Now next is since you have taken two reactions like reaction 1 and reaction 2, even though inside the reactor the reaction will take place simultaneously, but still you can ranking in the sense that which reaction will perform first and which reaction will perform subsequently. Let's say reaction set 1 is rank 1 and reaction 2 rank is 2. So what is the meaning of this is, the raw material, that is methane, will react with oxygen. It will form CO2. Yes, in the first reaction, whatever is CO or CO2, CO and hydrogen. In the second reaction will take place and it will form CO and hydrogen. Next, after selecting the ranking, what you will do is you will just add the fluid package. See the component here. What is this? Basis NC. NC means number of component, that is 6, which we have taken inside this component list. TP, that is thermodynamic package. What it is saying is add set to fluid package. Now we have taken the fluid package, we have attached this fluid package with our reaction. Now my everything is ready. At this stage, now you can enter inside your simulation environment for doing the reactor simulation. See, in the beginning, what we did, we just took the components inside the component list. We have selected the thermodynamic package. Had it not been the reactor simulation, we would have entered from after selecting the fluid package into the simulation environment. But since we are doing the reactor simulation, so additional steps we have taken here is we have defined the reactions and attached those reactions with the fluid package. Then we are going to enter inside the simulation environment. Now here in the simulation environment, what we'll be doing is, like earlier case, we have the, in our reaction, what we are having, we are having the methane and we are having the air, two stream. So we will take we will take the two stream. One will be methane and second will be the air. Now we will go to the reactor. See, inside the reactor tab, CSTR is available, black flow reactor is available, equal conversion reactor is available, equilibrium reactor is available, Gibbs reactor is available. Everything. The reactor which the reactor which you want to simulate, you just take it. My inlet will be there. My inlet. It is very much similar to our separator. If you remember, when we click the separator, the look was very much similar to this: inlet and optional energy stream, liquid outlet, vapor outlet, right? But here the things are different. These are the different thing. Otherwise, this page is very much similar to the earlier one. So my raw material is methane and air, and my vapor stream is oxidation reaction, vapor, then oxidation, liquid. See, we have taken the feed streams, that is raw material stream, and we have taken the reactor, and we have defined the reactor vapor phase stream and the reactor liquid phase stream. But still we have not defined the condition of the methane and air. Like, see, the condition is methane is at the temperature of 25 degrees C. methane is at temperature of 25 degrees C and the pressure is 2 bar. Let's say, one second. By using this condition, first we will define our stream, then we will proceed. Methane, pressure, temperature, flow rate, air, and this much. Okay. I will go to the methane. My methane steam temperature is 25 25 degrees C. Pressure is 2 bar. Here pressure is given in bar. So I will change the unit of pressure is given in bar. Temperature 25, pressure is 2 bar, and flow rate is 100 kg 100 kg mole, right? And since this is my methane stream, so I will go to the composition tab and define the composition, that is methane. It is 100% methane stream. So my methane stream is defined. Now I will go to the air. See, see, since we are not using the pure air, we are using the air for the for taking the oxygen inside the reactor. So whose condition is temperature is again 25 degrees C and pressure is 2 bar, flow is 260 kg mole per hour. Now I will go to the composition. See here what in the case of methane stream, we have just entered the composition of methane only, but here we are not having the pure oxygen, so I will not enter only the pure oxygen, so I will enter the composition of air. In air, basically 79% nitrogen and the remaining 20% we are considering oxygen. 79 and 21%. Since we are using air for the for taking the oxygen into the reactor, that's why we have taken the nitrogen composition also. Else, if we are using the 100% pure oxygen, then we can take 100% nitrogen, that is 1 mole fraction of nitrogen. But here we are using the air, that is why we have taken 21% of oxygen and 79% of nitrogen. These two streams are defined. Now we have defined all those streams and we have taken the reactor and defined the reactor vapor stream and reactor liquid stream. So now we have defined the inlet stream. Had it been the flash drum, then whatever you have defined at that particular condition, it will separate the vapor and liquid. But since it is not a separator, it is a reactor, so it will ask for further information about the reaction. So go to the reaction tab and see the reaction set. Remember, after selecting the component list and thermodynamic package, we have added the reaction and renamed it as the reaction, oxidation reaction. So since we have added the reaction in the beginning, that is why we are getting oxidation reaction from the drop down. If we had not entered the reaction, then we would not be able to get this. Since we have entered already provided the information, so that based on that information we have we have defined the feed stream and just selected the reaction. Since the reaction portion has already been taken care, since reaction portion has already been taken care inside this, like when methane react with oxygen, and what will form? The methane react with oxygen, then what will form? What, whether it will form carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and carbon monoxide and hydrogen. So based on the reaction 1 and 2, carbon dioxide and hydrogen for reaction 1, and carbon monoxide and hydrogen for reaction 2. So since you have already defined it, and after defining, you have taken this reaction inside the reaction tab. In the beginning, this portion was not available, but since you have taken the conversion reactor and defined the vapor and liquid stream also, and attached that reactor with this reaction set, that is why we are getting this small rectangular portion that is also attached. So this way we can do the reactor simulation. If you go if you go inside the reaction, you will find that the reaction, it is basically a connection phase. Now here also you have this an optional energy, whether it is your endothermic reaction, and you need to provide some energy to this reactor, or it is exothermic reactor, you need to remove certain heat from this reactor. This kind of arrangement is there that we can use, and either for cooling purpose or heating purpose, that we can utilize this option. If we go to the parameter tab, and again here, as we know that this here what we have done, we have taken the raw material and done, you can say we have taken the very ideal case. We have defined the raw material and performed the reaction, and based on that reaction, whatever product is forming, that we are getting. But in actual case, there will be some delta P, as we saw in the separator phase drum. There will be some pressure drop. Based on that drop, your vapor phase stream and liquid phase stream will be having a different condition based on the pressure drop at the nozzle, based on the pressure drop at the top. These kind of information you will be having. Now these are the options, like here again screen hang up. Okay, few people screen again hang up. Let's